think, and then we could also put a bounty on certain ideas that the government really wants. You know, it could be like an invention bounty. So instead of, you know, paying people to do something stupid, we could pay them to do something, you know, brilliant. And you know, like things like, you know, a lie detector test, like a reliable lie detector test would be like, who knows how much that's worth. I mean, could you imagine actually having a system where like every politician would have to submit to this lie detector test? You know, because who's going to vote? Like I say if you have an election and 5 of the candidates you know aren't liars because they took the lie detector test, and one of them didn't. Well, obviously the guy didn't. Who's going to vote for him, right? I mean, people want, you know, they don't deliberately vote for liars. You know, they sort of want somebody who's going to be honest. And you know, who knows how many, you know, gazillion dollars this could save us in the long run. It could save our lives, actually, because, you know, we wouldn't have crazy ass presidents who start wars for completely preposterous reasons, you know, because they'd have to submit to a lie detector and admit that the only reason why they had a stupid war was because of oil or because they wanted to get revenge or some other stupid thing, you know. And so, I mean, a lie detector test could be really valuable, you know, when that really worked, that you could guarantee that the results. And so why not? Why not put $1 billion bounty on such an invention? You know, and encourage IBM or, you know, the greatest thinking commercial minds or scientific minds or whatever to invent such a thing. You know, and the same thing for like better energy. You know, if somebody comes up with you know, an energy source or you know, a device that uses energy more efficiently or something, I mean, put a bounty on that invention and say, look, you know, you come up with this, we'll reward you. Cancer cure, you know, $1 billion reward for the cure for cancer, whatever it is. I mean, it seems to me that system will pay off in the end, you know. It just makes common sense in a way to make the reward guaranteed and streamline the whole process instead of having these, you know, all this, you know, capitalism games being played. You know, just make it a direct reward system. You come up with it, you invent it, you create it, you get the money. You know, copyright, forget it, all this other garbage. You just get paid to do something brilliant. Well, you know, you did sort of ramble on there, but yeah, I get it. I mean, it makes sense. You know, well, let's see what else we have here on the piece of paper in terms of questions. So it says here that, you know, there's rumors linking you with Christina Applegate. What about that? Well, I think that's a delusion of yours. I mean, well, this is a stupid question. I don't. What are you talking about? There's no such thing. I mean, you know, come on. Let's grow up and have a mature interview, and not to get lost in you know, your fantasy life. Well, you know, okay, all right. Next question. Let's see. I think this one off the internet, maybe. Who do you think has been the most idolish of the American Idol winners? That's a really interesting question. I hate that show. I mean, how can, you know, what, 37 million people tune in to such a stupid show? I mean, these people, you know, anyway, you think the next Madonna is going to show up on that idiotic show? I mean, they don't have, what, they don't write their own music. They're just lip syncers. I mean, there's, you know, what, there's only about 5 million people in this country, or maybe 10 million people that can sing competently. I mean, you know, there's people who can sing. I mean, you remember, you know, that stupid Joe Piscopo guy used to be able to sing like Frank Sinatra, for Christ's sakes. I mean, you almost couldn't tell the difference. You know, what's singers are nothing. Guess what? It's the guys who write the music that are something. You know, without, you know, the whole you know, it's not just the person's pretty face and a good voice. I mean, you have to have the whole thing behind that, and either they're going to have to be a creative person and be able to write their own music, or they're going to have people that do that for them. You know, but this is a stupid show. I mean, you're just rewarding people for being able to sing and sometimes look good and often not even look good. It's stupid. And to sing somebody else's music and to basically even steal often their style or bastardize their style. I mean, I don't get it at all. Why is this entertainment? I mean, bad renditions of history. I mean, it's just stupid. Well, you're doing a TV show, and here you are insulting, the general public. So, that doesn't, I don't think that's going to gain you much of a fan base. I mean, 37 million people can't be wrong. Well, whatever. I mean, I'm just saying, just expressing my opinion. And in my opinion, it doesn't make any sense to me. All right, well, let's move on to the next question. And it says here, if you could be any animal, what would you be? There, interesting question. Thank you, Yahoo. You can't do any better than that? I mean, there's nothing in the universe more important than asking a dumbass question like that. Well, I'd like to be a blue whale, and I'll just swim by and take a big giant blue dump on you. How's that? Well, it's an answer. I guess that's your marvelous sense of humor showing up. But okay. All right, we'll try another question. Sorry. So the other question would be, is there life out there? Is there life out there? Well, I guess the out there means space or whatever, right? So, is there life out there? People have these theories, oh, well, there's a zillion, gazillion stars, and so there must be at least a gazillion planets, and therefore there must be blah, 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 and they go through this whole figuring.